cooked for the 1% for 35 years, and I noticed something. They never counted calories. They didn't have macros. They didn't jump from one fad diet to the next, the whole 30, low carb, high carb, goes on and on and on. Turmeric, that was popular for a while. They did do some things that I'd like to share with you that really worked, that kept them thin and healthy. I'm going to share with you the 10 things that I noticed. This is not a diet. I'm not a doctor. This is not a prescription, but it's just observations that I made, insights that I gathered from many years of watching the pros keep themselves in good shape and do it rather effortlessly. So take what's useful and leave what isn't and apply it to your own life. I think you will gain some good advice from this list. Number one is they always ate sitting down. They never ate standing up. They never ate while walking. They never ate in their car. Every meal had three things: a seat, a plate, and a moment. When you sit down, your body really knows the meal is happening. When you're standing, that meal passes right through you as if it never happened. Number two, lunch was the main meal. Dinner was very light. It was a salad or soup and half a sandwich, something very simple. The heavy meal was in the middle of the day. They ate for the day ahead, not the night behind them. And they were very vegetable forward. Vegetables were the main part of their meal. They did have a protein, but it wasn't a large amount, and they did include a starch. But vegetables were featured prominently on the plate. Whatever fills the plate fills your body first. Number four is all about water. They always drank water before they ate and before they drank wine. It wasn't discipline, it was just a very good habit because I've noticed that many times people are eating because they're thirsty and they don't realize it because they're dehydrated. One of the best things you can do in the morning when you get up is drink 2 glasses of water. I know people don't like water sometimes, but you can flavor it. You can put a squeeze of lemon, cucumber, anything you like that can make that water more palatable to you. But I reassure you that if you do that, your body's going to like you because you're going to hydrate as soon as you get up. And it's possible you're going to eat less for breakfast and throughout the day. So give it a try. They didn't keep big bags of snacks in the house that have a lot of calories and zero nutritional value. And I thought about this and I realized they didn't do that because they didn't have to, because they knew that a real meal was coming down the pike. So they didn't have to hedge their bets and eat before the meal because the meal they were going to get wasn't going to be very good. They knew it was going to be good and they were looking forward to it. So they saved their appetite for that moment. Okay, about snacks, one last thing. If it's not there, you're not going to eat it. Desserts were very high quality and in a very small quantity. I'm talking about the best quality chocolate, but only one square of it. And it was one piece of cake, not the whole cake. And they ate very slowly and they savored each bite. And they were satisfied because satisfaction, it's about quality, not about volume. Eat slowly. There's science behind this. It takes 20 minutes for your body's brain to register that your tummy's full. If you don't give it enough time, you're going to overeat. And there's something else that goes along with the slowly idea, which I arrived at on my own even before I cooked for the 1%. It's that I never let myself, in my case, get too hungry. If I take I take the edge off the hunger before it gets overwhelming, because when I have not done that, I have overeaten and felt badly. So I have very healthy snacks, a fruit smoothie, some kind of, nut bar, something that has a uh, high density nutrients. And I stave off the overwhelming hunger. And that has worked very well for me. And I'm someone who was around food a lot. So I had to create my own strategy apart from my clients' strategies so that I wasn't nibbling all day long. It worked. The strategy worked. So, to reiterate, when you eat slowly, and if you have to set a timer to get this habit going, do that. And when 20 minutes are up, you've done your job. There was no clean the plate rule. Whenever their body said it's enough, that was when it was over. And it wasn't considered rude, it was considered respectful. Because guess what? They were respecting their own feelings and their own body, the signals they were getting. It wasn't rude. They just knew when they were done. The clean plate rule was made up, but listen to yourself and stop when you're finished. No eating in front of the fridge. I mean, never opened the fridge and started eating off the shelves. It was on a plate and it was on the table. They ate with intention. And when you eat with intention, your body likes you. They trusted me to do all the thinking for them, to plan the meals, to do the shopping, to make the meals, to cook. And so they were not burdened by those decisions that most of us have to deal with on a daily basis. Most of us are not fortunate enough to have a private chef. And that was the real luxury. It wasn't actually the food, it was the fact that I didn't have to think about it and worry about it. It was done. And this is what I want you to notice about the 10 items that I've put on this list. They didn't require willpower. They were habits, they were infrastructure that the 1% that I've been cooking for uh, practiced every day. And this made the question of controlling their weight almost irrelevant because the system was so baked in, they didn't really have to do much. It was all taken care of. The people I cooked for weren't special. They weren't thin by accident. They were thin because their food systems were set up. I didn't have to fight it every day. Okay, don't roll your eyes and don't cut away and don't think she's not talking to me. I could never afford a private chef. Just stay with me because now you can. I've created a very easy guide, and it's basically the same thing I did when I was cooking as a private chef. It's called Private Chef in Your Pocket, and it's a 7-day reset that you will get when you sign up on the link that I provided below. It's free, and you'll be getting the same service that I provided the clients that I just mentioned. Um, you got nothing to lose. Your body's going to love it, and it can jumpstart your transformation. So grab it and give it a go. All you need to do is cook. That's it. The link for this guide is in the description, and it's also pinned in the comments. So, as I said, grab it. And remember, food is infrastructure, your health is your wealth, and your body can't wait. And I'll see you in the next episode.